Hello guys. So today we are going to learn all the basic commands in the GitHub. So basically in the GitHub we have many possible commands. Ma, తలిపేసావా? So in those particular commands, first of all we come with the version checking. So git hyphen hyphen version is one particular command we use. So this is my basic GitHub profile that you can visit. All the notes what I have tell what I will tell was already uploaded here. So please go through the actual GitHub account. Here in the description, I will provide the GitHub particular repository, or in the search bar, you can just type KVR Pawan Shanmukh. So you can see Lord Krishna's profile DP. So from there, you can access the particular notes. So basically, this is a Git and this is GitHub. So see, basically, there is a huge difference. Git is a version control system, and GitHub is particularly an online platform that provides a cloud connectivity to this particular version control system. See, what is a version control system? Basically, it is used to make changes in the code or the code spaces, and it is used for the revisions. So, that is the main use of this particular version control system, as well as version control system with a service is known as GitHub. So we can also call this as version control service. So this particular GitHub is used to link many repositories on a web hosting platform so that without any user interaction, automatically the changes can be made. As this was an online platform and this is an offline platform. So this is completely a software that can be installed, that is Git. And this is a particular application, that is web application as well as mobile application, as well as a PC application also. And then coming to this particular Git, see, initially we need to find what is the version. So this command is used. So later we can go into the linking of the actual GitHub repository. GitHub repository here is Kakar KVR Pawan Shanmukh. So actually GitHub config global. So globally across all the countries there are several users. So global is used in order to find the name, the username as well as the password. The mail. And if we list out, we get this particular output. So here you can see the username and the email ID were linked. So this particular local repository can directly communicate now with this particular global repository or remote repository. So local repository means which is installed in the computer, and remote repository or global repository is something that is available on a web platform and is linked through a username and an email. So now repository management. Initially, we have to initialize the Git. So we have this. So now, after initializing, we enter a master branch, means the main branch of the repository. In the local repository, the main branch we have entered. Okay. So we are not even entered into the remote repository. Now, using git clone and we give the repository URL. So from where do we get this repository URL? Just this is the repository URL. And now we paste this here. So we click enter, cloning is happening. So now all the things are completely resolved. Now working with the files. So how do we create files? Obviously everyone knows. So let's go with the touch file1.txt. So file was created. So where can we like completely check whether a file is created or not means I will show you. Just wait for a second. Basically, in the direct, like in the file explorer, we can see. Okay, so here in the file explorer, so basically we have added the Git repository, the practice, here the Git certification. So all the remote repository particular files are existing here, and here is the file one, the empty text file that we have. This is the file one. Okay, so we have just added some theory directly from the it directly added. So this is a text document with the file. So now coming back to this particular situation, we have to add the files. So we get add file1.txt. So now we are tagging the file, not staging, it is tagging. We call that, we pronounce as tagging, stag. So a specific file was being stagged. Now git add space dot, all the files we have were added. So initially a warning message will be given so that the certification repository is adding embedded Git repository. So you have added another Git repository inside your current repository. So that is what we are doing now. So if we don't need anything, we can remove file. So git remove file1.txt. So okay, so has changes tagged in the index. So use -f catch it to keep the file, or -f to force removal. So what do? We just click -f and rm file1.txt, you can go through it. Now checking whether the repository is properly aligned with the GitHub or not, that is used for GitHub status. So you can see on branch master no commits were done, so changes to be committed. So use git rm catch it file to unstag. So new file we have, that is a GitHub certification. Means that is actually GitHub certification is actually this particular folder. Here it was called as a file, new file. Okay. So need not to get worried about that. Now we are trying to create a file. Let us take touch sps.txt. Sorry. txt. So vi sps.txt. So we are entering. We click on I to enter the inserting mode. And like same in the Linux what we have done. So let us go with hello friends. I am k.v.r. SAPAVIN SHINMUKH pursuing BTech in KLU Vijayawada AP. Oh, Vijayawada. So we escape shift colon WQ for saving the file. So we finally saved the file. Now what do we do is we go with the git status again. So if you see this particular untracked files, these are untracked files. So actually git rm sps.tt we can remove. Did not match any files, huh? Hyphen f. Oh, okay. Anyways, so the file was not even found, so no need of worrying about this. But sps.txt is a file which is not tracked at all. So for this purpose, we have to use commit. So how do we use commit? Git commit -m. The commit message, what do we give is, let us say the biography of SPS. Okay, so we have done this. So we have given a message. We have given the commit message. Finally, we click the enter. Finally, you can observe master root commit. Master means the main branch. So the root commit has an ID. The biography of SPS is the message that we have given. And one file changed. One insertion means one file is inserted into the remote repository. So create mode 1,60,000 git certification. That is one of the command that we have to use later. Now coming into this particular thing, if we refresh, if we refresh here the file 1.txt is existing. This is separate one. But in the in the branches we have three branches. So in the main branch, this is not reflected. This change is not reflected. So what do we do? Again, we go for a commit. But this time we go with -a. So now we can find this. Yes, this is an untracked file. Untracked file. So on the branch master, untracked files are like to include in what will be committed. Use -git add. So we go with git add sps.txt. So now warning is given. So in the working copy of sps.txt, LF will be replaced by CRLF the next time Git touches it. So now we can go with commit. So if this is a second type of checking whether we got this or not. Still there is no problem. We didn't got it. But sps.txt git add sps.txt was given. So finally commit was done. So now you can see upon a refresh we have committed. So 1 minute. The activity can be in the activity tab. We can check what are the particular things we can do. So pull request message was coming. So you can go with the pull request. In the pull request, we can have a new pull request. No. Wait. In the particular, yeah, this is the merge pull request that we have got. So we have merged it, isn't it? Yeah. So the branches are merged. But actually, here git-m commit stagger changes with a message was still not yet properly happening. So let us remove DSPS is something that we give. So the untracked files. So nothing added to the commit, but untracked files present. So now to find the tracked files, we go with git status. So here you can see untracked files were only sps.tt. So the tracked files include sps.txt. So now the tracked file has to be committed. So we can go with git branch. So only master is a branch that we have here. But initially, if you see, master is not only the branch, we have another branch also. Here there are three branches actually. So if you observe, so the Git repository consisting of many things. There are three branches. So what do we try is we try to interact with the main branch directly. So Git branch. We go with Git Gola. So the branch was changed, I think so, isn't it? Oh, no, no, no. Already exist. Now we go with Git branch. So Git Gola. Okay, okay. So RM. Sorry. Git branch hyphen D Git Gola. So the command not found. Why like this? Wait. Yeah. So we have deleted. Now git branch git gola. So we have created this branch. So let us go to that particular branch. So what do we do? Git checkout hyphen b git gola. So it already exists, but we are not actually in the particular branch. Okay. So git branch is there. We are in the master branch only. Okay. We have to change. So we go with git checkout branch name, not hyphen b. Hyphen b creates and checkout. Yeah, now we are into the git gola. So we can try touch file filex.txt. So then in the git gola, is there any file created? No. So git add filex.txt. So we have added that, and now git uh, commit hyphen m with a message hello. So one file change, zero insertions, zero deletions, everything. Okay. So now this branch is one committed off, three commits behind another. So if we go through them, so if we go through them, when we are trying to have commits, so basically it has three commits and four files changed. So these are verified, but the problem is not yet solved. So what do we do? Now what should we do? So the branches, everything were given, but still we are unable to find. So now what should we do is a question. So that is a proper question for us. So we can go with the command. So let me check for that command. Yes. So actually we have to link the repositories properly in order to get the result. So now what do I do is get remote add origin. Here we give the remote URL. So that was given. Oh, no. not that, it's not the one. Add origin, we go with the remote URL, so just wait for a while. I'm going to the certification repository and there the URL I copy. So wait. Yeah, this is the place where I copy the URL, and this is the place I paste. And now the remote origin already exists. This is something they have provided. So then we have get remote hyphen v to check all the remote repositories. Get remote hyphen v. So cd space dot dot. We are coming out of the particular thing. So we go with get checkout master. No. I think get checkout. Yeah, master is a branch actually. So there is no repository it seems. So I have to go to the file manager now, and in the Git certification, we go with the creation. First of all, let us verify. Touch sps.txt. So there is no change. So here again we have to go into cd git hyphen certification. So actually this is the particular situation. So all the files are created out of the repository actually. So wait a minute. I think I have to now get into this particular repository, but there is an error, no such file or directory. How? How it is possible? I have done this, right? In the GitHub certification, if you observe, yeah, okay. Wait for a while. We have to go and get into the practice, the CD space, practice, and here we have to check out branch master. But here we have CD Git certification. Now we are into this particular branch. Now, now we can create a file. Yes, I think now it will work. So now, touch sps.txt. So here, after touching, we have to commit there. So first, git add space all. So we have added. So then we go with git commit hyphen m, a message, SPS. So now the files have to be coming into this repository, but still there is a problem. So git branch, git branch hyphen v. So we have only a main branch. So it was not linked, I think, so properly. So what do I do is again git remote add origin. We go with this particular URL. I think we have to go with the SSH, isn't it? But SSH is something very secure, we can't even have. So this particular is used. It tells that this particular thing already exists. But the problem is it is not linked. So what do we do is we remove remove origin. So we are removing and now we are adding and then we are committing. Nothing to commit, working tree clean. So now if you observe, it is telling there is nothing to clean, nothing to commit. I think we would have get a pull request actually. But here there is no pull request. So what do I do is process of connecting local repo to GitHub. Create a new repository. It was done. Top of the repository, GitHub's quick setup page. Copy the remote repository URL. Open terminal git bash. Change the current working directory to your local project. So wait for a while. Yeah, files to your local repositories. This stages them from the first commit. To unstack, use git reset head file. The first commit. See, this is one. So here, remote URL -v. Git push origin main. Yeah, that is the one we missed. So yeah. Git push origin main. So now I think the files will be getting into this particular repository. Now, if you see, uh, for done counting objects. Yeah, but where? But where did this happen? Unable to find out. Yes, see this. Yeah, so this is how we do. So initially, what we have to do, we have to just create the file. We have to then add the file. Then we have to check the status whether it is tagged or untagged. I mean, or untracked. Then we provide a commit message. Before providing the commit message, we have to check whether this particular repository is linked using this particular command. Later, we have to push. That is what happens. And then we have to check commit history. So what do? We go with git log. So this provides whenever we have performed what the commits we have done. So no reply, github.com. So we go with Control Z, Control X, why? No, come with escape, no, update file1.txt, everything was completed. So now we go with M. So this is completed. Control Z, Control C. Yo, Babu, ఏంటమ్మా ఇది? యా సో అంటే యాక్చువల్గా ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేసామంటే మన రిమోట్ రిపాజిటరీలో ఉన్న sps.txt అనే ఫైల్, ఈ ఫైల్ని తీసుకెళ్ళి ఇక్కడ ఉన్న దీనికి లింక్ చేసాం. ఇక్కడ మనం ఇచ్చిన మెసేజ్ ఏంటి అంటే ఎస్పిఎస్, అంతే. ఎస్పిఎస్ అనేది మెసేజ్ మనం ఇచ్చాం. ఓకే, సో నౌ ఫైనల్లీ ఓకే, ఒకసారి ఇది క్లోజ్ చేద్దాము. నేను జట్ట బయటికి రావాలి. ts.txt exist, quit. ఓకే, సో మనం క్విట్ చేసేసాం. అండ్ నౌ వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ we have got whatever the things we have. Later undoing the changes means reverting the changes or resetting the changes. So git reset. So what do we do? Git reset sps.txt. Sorry, xt. So we are resetting the file. Now what happens here? If we refresh, yeah, SPS is already merged, I mean pushed into this repository, so it will not provide any change. Now the stashing, git stash. So what does happen? So actually git stash means no local changes to save. That is one. Basically git stash is used for uncommitted changes to be saved temporarily, as well as git stash apply means apply the latest stashed changes, and later git stash drop means delete the latest stash, then git stash list. So that is what we have about the stashes. This particular command is basically used for the purpose of just merging or saving the files temporarily for the changes. So later we have the collaboration features. So if you can see here, I have already collaborated with this particular person. He is Viknesh. He is my full stack teammate. So actually, this is done. So this is a private repository. You can see here a lock symbol. This represents the private repository. So basically, when we are using the full stack team project, the each and every file is directly sent from here. So that is how it happens. And later the pull request, these are normal. Git tags, so it creates a lightweight tag. So these are like purpose of creating a tag. Tag in the sense it is used to identify a particular file. So later, this is one we have. These are the commands for GitHub. These are the commands for GitHub, not for Git. Git is different, GitHub is different. So these are the commands for GitHub. So in the GitHub CLI, we have to use using GitHub CLI. You can see here. Okay. So that is about the commands what we have, particularly in the practice sessions. And yeah, so this is one particular file that I have already posted in my repository. You can go through it. So yeah, you can see here my in my repository, in the Git certification repository. You can see all the files what I have provided for the purpose of practice. So in the third year, in the third year of your BTech or in the fourth year of your BTech, I suggest this particular certification is easier than you think. You have to just go through a lot of theory. The theory just helps you to find out the best solution. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. I hope you learned many things from this particular live. I mean, not even a live, it's just a recording. But still, you can find many things. You can play with the Git. So just create a GitHub account like this. Create a repository and create folders and just play with all the things. Okay, so that's it. Uh, Nothing else. So here you can even upload your files. So for suppose I want to provide this particular remote repository. Wait a minute. Practice Git certification. Again, these particular things are inculcated here. Okay. So Git wait a minute. Class GitHub class. This is one particular thing I want to add here. But when I try to add, there is a particular commit changes. So it provides what I have to provide a message, a description. Later, in the main branch, should I commit directly or should I create a new branch and there I have to commit? So that is the decision I can make. So as of now, I don't want to commit unnecessary things. And pull requests are basically occurred when there is a collaboration, when there is a request of cloning from one global repository to another global repository. Means if you want to clone some other's GitHub account in your account, that pull request will be created and it will be sent to them. So that if they accept that particular request, then the cloning of the content from their repository will happen and get copied to your repository. Okay? So that is the final conclusion I can provide. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.